Hello, all you people. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another episode of Happy Hour. I'm your host, Hayden Humphrey. I'm very excited for this episode because I have my good friend, colleague, fellow entrepreneur, extrovert buddy, Mr. Chris Brodhead. Chris, how the heck are you doing, man?
I am doing fantastic, my friend. So stoked to be on here with you.
I'm so glad to have you. For the folks who don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about you and what you're up to?
Sure. So I own a podcast production and marketing company, and I also am a filmmaker by passion.
So. What kind of films specifically?
Really bad ones.
I didn't realize that was something that you could create a career.
I mean, most people would prefer not to, but just lucky.
Oh, totally. Did you go to school for that, or did you just kind of happen into that?
No, I just watched a lot of like Michael Bay.
I should have guessed. Chris, I'm very happy to have you on, my man. There's a question that I love to start this show with. And for all of you folks listening, please also throw your answers down in the comments below. But Chris, what is making you happy right now?
I got to go with my dog. She is just a little scruffy snuggler. And, been doing a lot of gratitude exercises in spite of your advice. And try to say what I'm thankful for every morning. And I don't know if it's that she's just sleeping right in front of where I meditate, or she just really does make me that happy. But I'm always like, I'm happy that I have a dog. And she's so
I can vouch for those of you who haven't had the pleasure of meeting Chris's dog, Sandy. It's next level. I originally, when I was looking on Craigslist, Chris and I are Craigslist roommates. Yes, exactly. From years prior. Don't talk about that. And I looked at this ad and I saw that there was a dog, and I said, I have to meet this dog.
Yeah.
And I went to the house and I met this dog, and I said, take my money. I'm moving in immediately.
And I was like, Hayden, the dog, she doesn't have a bank account. You got to give the money to me. But you insisted, so I
get confused
for the dog.
It happens to me a lot, so glad you were so gracious.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's making me happy, honestly, today, I think it's the weather. I've said this a lot, but like, man, it makes such a big difference.
Oh,
and I had
let's all move.
Yes, exactly. Yes, let's move to Florida. I know you know that well.
No, don't move to Florida.
I know literally anywhere else. Move literally anywhere else except Florida. But I just I had some interesting conversations today that kind of put me in a weird place, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for a walk. So I went for a walk, and I just like laid out in the sun, and I was good to go. Is she here herself? Is the princess herself here?
She heard us talking about her, so. She wanted to say that you owe her some money.
Oh, she's so cute. Actually, I shouldn't. I've been dodging her calls, so it's probably not best that she know that I'm here. Yeah. So this is awkward.
She only sees movement. Just don't move.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's T-Rex.
Those are dinosaurs. Very closely related follow-up question, Chris. What are you most grateful for today?
What am I most grateful for? I guess my resiliency and ability to continue on even when shit gets hard. Touching on your weather comment,
yes.
I think Wednesday just hit me really hard. The weather was just trash for I want to say 2 or 3 days in a row. And in spite of happy lights and all these other kind of seasonal things that I have, like, if the sun doesn't shine for 3 days, I just want everyone to die.
The problem.
Starting with myself. So that sun shining today was just about the greatest thing ever.
Love that.
Yeah.
I think I'm most grateful for my community. Like I was on a 2-hour call this morning. It was a training call for the coaches training program that I'm involved with. And it was just so cool because I realized like how lucky I am to be a part of a group that, like, regardless of what happens, I know that everyone in that group has my back, and like everyone in that group is willing to say the bold thing to me or like say the hard thing to me because it's in service of me and because it's like, however I'm getting in my own way or like making up excuses or whatever it is, like I know that I can go there and like totally let my guard down and show up unprotected, and like I'm gonna be taken care of and supported. And I don't think everyone has that, and I haven't always had that, so I'm really grateful to have that in my life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Super valuable.
Yes. We move on to a arguably one of my favorite parts of this show. It's a random question of the day. Chris, are you ready for your random question of the day?
Ready. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
The website?
Yes, it is a website. And I'm going to go ahead and generate your random question now. Chris, what is your opinion on tattoos?
They're stupid. Next question.
So easy. If you had to get a tattoo, if someone was like, I'm gonna gun to your head, forcing you to get a tattoo, what would you get a tattoo of?
It would be I didn't want this tattoo.
It's like the ultimate spite.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
No, they're just terrible. I don't understand. I know you have one too. and I think you're stupid.
You know what? That's fair. I appreciate your boldness and your forthrightness. So
I'm gonna be bold for you. And tell you that I think everyone's tattooed, especially.
Thank you so much. All right, let's do one more here. Chris, what's something others purchase aside from tattoos that you simply can't understand, and why?
I gotta go with houses here. I think they're just a terrible investment. If I read a study, if you move once in 30 years and sell and buy a new house, you would have made more money just investing the difference between your mortgage and your rent in the market for 30 years. So
I did not know that.
And it just seems like, everyone I know that buys a house are like, oh, the goddamn roof is caving in. There's 30 grand. Or I was like, fuck, that sounds terrible.
Not inexpensive. Houses are not inexpensive.
It just seems like with our ever increasing location independent lives, it just doesn't make sense to drop a ton of cash on something that you might not be in for the full mortgage. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
To each their own. Teach their own. The thing that I will say about houses, they can be expensive, but you can also do it on the cheap. Like back in 2016, when I lived under the interstate bridge, I invested in a large fridge box.
Oh, nice.
And it actually, it was pretty inexpensive to begin with. There was a little bit of remodeling to be done, but it wasn't anything that totally broke the bank. Exactly. Yeah. And then, when I wanted to move, it was actually really convenient because I could just pick it up and, walk down the street with it.
Yeah.
So,
as long as there's not like a stiff breeze.
Exactly. I had to plan the day, but it was easier than you would think.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Smart. Great investment.
Chris,
bold.
I was thinking about having you on the show today, and I realized that there are some things that I'm struggling with, some questions that I have, but I don't have the answer to. And I was like, you know what? Chris is super smart, bright guy. And I think that he would probably have the answer to these questions. So I wanted to ask you some questions that I need the answers to.
Okay.
So so the first question is, how many bananas can't jump the lake?
None. All bananas can jump the lake. Everyone knows that.
You know what? Now that you say that, that actually makes a lot of sense. I think part of it was I was learning from this guy online. He had these YouTube videos and he was talking about bananas jumping the lake. And he had something, it was like a 50-50 split, but I was like, this guy doesn't seem like he really knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah.
For me.
That guy seems like a liar.
I should tell him, actually. I should get my money back because I invested.
Or at least throw a banana in his face.
A lot of money. I'm going to do that. I'm going to mail one. I'm going to mail one to him. Second question, Chris, why can't I breathe right now?
Well, you're probably holding your breath or you sat on your balls.
I'm realizing it's a combination of both.
Actually,
so thank you. Thank you for pointing to that. That's actually super helpful.
It's actually the number one cause of not being able to breathe is ball sitting.
Is ball sitting. The last question, and this is, I think, arguably the most important. At least it's the one that I've been struggling with the most. If 2 and 2 is 4, what color is that dog?
Oh man, that's a head scratcher. You know, I don't know at this point. Who can say?
I feel like I should phone a friend.
Yeah, is that an option? Can I ask the audience?
Yes. Oh, yes. If you're watching right now, we need the answer to this question. Mm-hmm. If 2 and 2 is 4, what color is that dog? I'm trying to think if there's anyone in my phone book that I could call that would know the answer to this question.
Dads are pretty smart.
Dads are pretty smart. Should I call my dad?
Not your dad. You have to call somebody else's dad.
Oh, somebody else's dad.
Yeah.
But my dad's number is, I only have my dad's number.
Well, then
what do you think?
You're gonna have to phone a friend who will phone their dad.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
I think I'm calling him. I'm gonna call my dad here. We'll see if he answers, and I'll ask him the question.
Maybe he can call his dad.
I don't know if he's going to though.
Yeah.
Probably not. I get this a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of ignored.
This is why you gotta have
a lot of ignored calls. You know how dads are.
Yeah. Screening calls.
No, nothing.
Fucking dads.
That's unfortunate. I'll have to call him and ask him later.
Yeah.
But
you gotta have a reserve dad on deck.
Shedding some.
Yeah. Anytime. I think you might have gone mute, my friend. I don't hear nothing. I clicked the having issues button.
Help. All
right, we're good now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was going to say was the second to last piece of the show is the quote of the day. And the quote of the day today is, the hardest part about being a rookie is that your critique is stronger than your craft.
That unknown.
Yes.
Really knows their stuff.
Smart person.
Yeah.
Thoughts, comments, reflections.
So your critique is stronger than your craft. I would say that means that you're thinking about it too much versus just kind of like feeling it through, perhaps.
Totally.
And maybe you're a rookie biatch.
That's the more likely answer. I think that was actually an extended version of this quote that said that, but there's only so much room on the screen. So
yeah, it was probably by unknown rookie biatch.
I'll have to update it for future shows so people know about that. But I would definitely agree. I feel like, especially in, running a business and building a business, like there's so much that I'm like, I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. And I think I I get caught up a lot in like beating myself up for that versus like, hey, why don't I just accept that I don't know what I'm doing and I'm learning, and that's totally chill and cool. You know?
Why would you ever like be so kind and pleasant to yourself?
I don't know. I had a rough childhood. My parents were really nice to me.
Yeah. How's that going to prepare you for life?
I agree, actually. I think I kind of got the raw end of the stick there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I got to make up for it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be really hard on myself now.
Just relentlessly beat yourself up mercilessly.
Exactly. That's pretty much become my MO.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yes, thank you. Well, Chris, we've reached the end of this particular episode and wanted to leave with some parting words from yourself. Any words of wisdom, gems to leave us with?
Don't get a tattoo, don't buy a house, or do both.
Or do either. Thank you for your sage wisdom and advice.
Don't do either separately or one together. Alone.
Yeah. No combination of
There's
either.
No overlap of those things.
Either of those things.
You do one, you have to do the other.
Yeah.
Or none at all.
Well, brother, great having you on.
Yeah, man.
Great connecting with you, as always. I have to catch up more fully.
Yeah, man. 2022.
I'll have to
get together in person.
I'll check my schedule. Maybe, but I'll have my people call your people.
Okay. So, mine's wide open.
Okay.
You got nothing.
That makes it easier. Much appreciated, everyone watching. Thank you so much. Have a great Friday. We'll tune in Monday. Bye.